Hi, so I'm here today with Carly Stine, a star athlete on the St. Lawrence track and field team. We're getting ready to ask her a couple questions. How you doing today, Carly?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Ready to get started?
Yeah, sure.
All right, first question. So with the track and field season gearing up, just about ready to get underway, what are you looking to do this year, both as an individual and on a team level?
Well, I'll start with the team level. I mean, we have a pretty young team this year, and that's very exciting. As one of the only 5 seniors, maybe 4, there's a small handful of us this year on the team. We have a really strong underclass, and that being said, I think this year will be a little bit of a building year, but also I think that we're just going to crush it at states and Liberty Leagues. We have a really strong group that came in this year, and we also have reliable sophomores and juniors on the team again. As for myself, I mean, I'm just trying to kind of beat my own personal records. That's always my goal. So trying to see what I can do in the pent again this year. That's always a toss-up. And then as we look forward to outdoor, getting back in the game for the 400-meter hurdles.
So you've qualified for nationals twice during your career here at St. Lawrence. What would it mean to make it back this year, as outdoor nationals are right outside on the St. Lawrence University track?
First thing that comes to mind is it would be great closure. I mean, just to be able to compete on our home track at NCAA's would be probably very overwhelming as a senior, since I would have already graduated. But second of all, it's just still NCAA's, and I still have that fire to make it. It just adds to the fire that it's at my home track and that it's here, and I can have my whole home team cheering us on. So knock on wood, don't want to jinx myself, but I really hope to go.
So you're also the president of the Student Athletic Advisory Committee.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
Well, since student athletes make up such a large part of the student body, I think it's 32%. We have 38 teams on campus. We're a large voice, and so our university works really hard to make that voice heard. And the Student Athlete Advisory Committee is kind of that governing body that makes that happen. So we take 2 representatives from each team, and we discuss issues facing student athletes. Recently, in the past couple of years, we changed the times at Dana because student athletes weren't able to eat there after practice. Now it's open until 8, which is really great. And we also work with the NCAA voting on legislation and getting our voice heard that way. But we're also a line of communication with faculty and staff, and eventually the president if need be, all who are really passionate about keeping student athletes engaged and active in this campus. So we do a lot of events as well. So my role is really just a facilitating role. The student athletes often take the projects into their own hands.
Cool. All right. So looking all the way back to high school,
okay.
Why did you decide to come here to St. Lawrence?
Well, my senior year of high school, it was kind of straightforward for me. St. Lawrence offered me the opportunity to compete in both of the sports that I wanted to do. I was recruited for both field hockey and track, and that was really important to me at the time. Looking back now, I think that there was kind of an intangible that I didn't realize. Another reason that I was drawn to St. Lawrence. Certainly I thought the campus was beautiful, and I met people that I really clicked with, but there was something about the small school feel. I mean, I'm from Vermont, so UVM's right in my backyard. It's definitely somewhere I looked. And it just couldn't even compare with the experience that I've had here. So that being said, senior year in high school, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I'm certainly glad that I did.
All right. So what are some things you like to do off of the track in your free time?
Oh, sure. Well, study. That's maybe not as enjoyable, but it's something I have to do.
Who doesn't like this stuff?
Yeah, who doesn't? But I'm also a member of the Upbeats, so I enjoy singing. No, I will not sing for you right now. I like singing in a group. Aside from that, I really just enjoy kind of hanging out, going to all of the music that's played around campus. It's a big part of our university. And when I'm not running around in circles around this track, I tend to just still be active playing touch football, or a game of tag has been known to break out in my group of friends before. So really throwing it back, but you know, just always staying active. always staying active, but always having a good time. That's the goal.
So as a senior, you'll be graduating in May. Will you continue to keep in touch with St. Lawrence University and the St. Lawrence track and field teams?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen what the alumni have done as a student here, and I just really want to be one of those alumni. Whether we're talking about really recent alumni that, students, or I guess graduates that I ran with for a couple years, still being close, still coming back, or if we're talking about alumni that still make an effort to stay involved. I'd really like to be both of those things. It's a family. Track is a family. A big family.
All right, Carly Stine, senior on the St. Lawrence track and field team. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was fun.